Hi, Taehyung lovers all around the world. Purple Heart. Welcome back to Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel. The channel that always stands at the very front line to spread the kindness, charisma, and global power of Kim Taehyung to every corner of the world. But today, pause for a moment. Don't scroll. Don't blink. Because what happened in February 2026 was not just an ordinary moment. This wasn't just about a photo shoot. This wasn't just about visuals. This was about a single gaze that made the world fall silent and perhaps made some people unprepared to accept reality. Why did February 2026 feel longer than usual? Why in the first 3 seconds did millions of people immediately go silent? And why was this GQ editorial called one of the strongest visual declarations of the year? Under cold and precise spotlight stood V of BTS. The spotlight didn't just fall on the stage. It fell directly onto a pair of sharp, calm eyes, as if they knew that billions of other eyes were waiting. This wasn't merely a camera recording. This was the moment when a star looked at the world, and the world couldn't look away. And wait until you see the part where he casually dances to Young, Wild and Free by Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg. Playful energy, a subtle smile, and aristocratic aura blended into one. Even in another corner, Min Yoongi could only smile as Taehyung brought the atmosphere to life. This wasn't coincidence. This was aura strategy. And when he held a saxophone wrapped in Celine and Cartier jewelry, the camera focused on his hands. Slim, elegant, trained. He wasn't just holding an instrument. He was holding the world's attention. In this video, we will break down everything. The outfit details, fashion values reaching tens of thousands of dollars, the V-effect phenomenon that makes global brands sell out within hours, and why his gaze is considered the strongest weapon in the algorithm era. So make sure you watch until the end, because at the end of this video, there's one big question that might leave you speechless. Is this just an editorial or the beginning of an even bigger wave? If you're proud to see the world always recognizing the goodness of Kim Taehyung, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss every historic moment ahead. And don't forget to share this video so the world continues to see his best side. Because on this channel, we don't just watch, we witness history being written. February 2026 felt longer than usual. The lights hadn't fully dimmed. The camera hadn't truly moved. Yet the world seemed to hold its breath. From Seoul to New York, global attention was fixed on one unusual frame. Under cold and precise lighting stood Kim Taehyung, known worldwide as V of BTS. The spotlight didn't merely fall on the stage. It landed precisely on a pair of sharp and calm eyes, as if aware that billions of other eyes were waiting. This wasn't just a photo shoot. It was a visual declaration that felt like a statement of power. Behind a black microphone that nearly touched his lips, Kim Taehyung stared straight ahead with maturity, now more firmly carved into his face. The flawless close-up captured the most honest details. Clear skin, a defined jawline, symmetrical facial structure, and a gaze that made the heartbeat of army around the world race faster. The latest GQ editorial in February 2026 was described by several fashion observers as one of the strongest visuals at the start of the year. The camera angles felt fairer and more precise. There was no framing that reduced the composition of his face or cut off his gestures. Kim Taehyung appeared complete at the beginning and end of the video, in a version more mature, more controlled, and more dangerous. Every frame seemed to whisper, he knows the camera loves him, and the camera cannot look away. Contrast appeared in an unexpected moment when he lightly danced to the rhythm of Young, Wild and Free by Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg. His movements were relaxed, almost mischievous, yet still measured. In one corner, Min Yoongi was being styled, while Taehyung teased the atmosphere with effortless, playful energy. He understands the rhythm of public psychology. The blend of aristocratic and rebel creates an appeal that makes people unable to remain neutral. In the algorithm era, non-neutrality is the fuel of virality. Another visual showed Kim Taehyung with a saxophone, dressed in Celine and adorned with Cartier jewelry. The camera moved closer, focusing on his slim, trained, elegant hands. The close-up felt intentional. He wasn't merely holding a musical instrument. He was holding the world's attention. In the first look, A merino wool knit sweater valued at around $1,150 was paired with a premium poplin shirt worth $720 and a pure silk tie priced at $290. A stainless steel automatic watch from Cartier valued at approximately $6,500 and an 18K white gold bracelet worth around $3,200 completed a composition approaching $13,000 overall, excluding the immeasurable global exposure value. Calfskin leather shoes from Versace and fine cotton socks from Falke became small details that further emphasized the perfection of his visual structure. In the second look, a tailored virgin wool blazer priced around $2,400 and pleated wool trousers worth about $1,100, again from Celine, created a clean modern silhouette. An Egyptian cotton tank top from Zimmerli at approximately $180 added a minimalist touch, while an 18K gold chain from Cartier valued at around $2,800 added a subtle accent without excess. This entire look was estimated at around $7,680, a number that, for fashion industry, is merely part of a larger image strategy. The third look featured a tailored black 100% wool suit with silk lining valued at about $3,800, paired with slim trousers and patent leather shoes, bringing the total beyond $6,000. All materials, premium wool, pure silk, Egyptian cotton, 18-karat gold, selected calfskin, were not merely symbols of luxury, but frameworks that shape character. Yet what captured the most attention was not the price or the labels. It was his gaze. In one photo wearing a striking red sweater, arms folded and body leaning casually, his silhouette appeared classic, almost aristocratic. On a different set, he sat holding a gleaming gold trumpet under dim lighting. The camera again moved in close on his fingers. Visual psychology explains that direct eye contact through a camera medium creates the illusion of personal closeness. Taehyung uses this with precision. He does not merely look at the camera. He seems to look at each individual watching him. That is where the charm is born and where the wave of global reaction begins. Global search data in the first quarter of 2026 showed a significant increase in keywords related to Taehyung and the brands he wore within the first 48 hours after the editorial's release. The recurring sold-out phenomenon once again led industry analysts to use the term V-effect, referring to consistency of his impact on the fashion and luxury accessories market. With rumors of a project titled QQ set to be released soon, the atmosphere of expectation grows thicker. The entertainment industry understands one simple yet powerful truth. When Taehyung moves, the market reacts. In the end, February 2026 was not merely an editorial moment. It became a reflection point on how an idol can stand at the intersection of music, fashion, and visual culture and master them all at once. This was the moment when a star stood in silence, looked at the world, and the world once again chose to look back at him. The question now is no longer whether he is influential, but how far the next wave will spread. And perhaps that answer is being written right now, in every comment, every click, and every second of attention that refuses to look away. Taehyung lovers all around the world, February 2026 may be recorded as a month when the world once again looked at one name, Kim Taehyung. From the silent stage to the GQ editorial, from V's calm steps within BTS to the V effect shaking the global market, none of it is coincidence. It is a pattern. It is influence. It is history being written, and you have just witnessed it. Now, the question is no longer whether he is big. The question is, how massive will the next wave hit the world? If you've watched until this second, then you know this is not just content. This is a moment, and moments like this do not come twice. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments, because your voice is part of that history itself. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next wave. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Feel free to skip. Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. We simply stand here for one thing, to make sure the world always sees the goodness and power of Kim Taehyung exactly as he is. See you in the next video. And remember, sometimes the first 3 seconds look ordinary until the world realizes everything has already changed.